And so we begin this video on 49th Street in St. Petersburg, Florida. Technically, we're about halfway more towards Clearwater, Florida. St. Pete Clearwater Airport, not too far away from here. Check out this giant Star-Spangled Banner there. That thing is huge. Oh glory, catching some waves, some wind. Parked my vehicle in the parking lot of the legendary Quaker Steak and Lube, Best Wings USA. I was out here a couple years ago for a car show. They're always having car shows and bike nights here at Quaker Steak and Lube. If you're into cars and motorcycles, more so motorcycles, there's a good chance you know of what's going on here on 49th Street. Not just Quaker Steak and Lube, but where that flag is, that American flag, that is the parking lot of Barracuda Harley Davidson. And beyond that, something newer, something that opened up last year. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome if it's your first time. I am Tampa J, and today we are heading to the Orange County Choppers Roadhouse and Museum. We're talking about a restaurant and museum for Orange County Choppers, New York. Paul Tuetel Sr, American Chopper. Who remembers the show? I love that show, and I used to watch it on the Discovery Channel. And talk about one of the best reality TV series of all time. The feud between Junior and Senior. The bikes were just incredible. The choppers, if you like motorcycles, you were probably glued to either one of two shows back then. They had West Coast Choppers and Orange County Choppers going. I was more of a fan of Orange County Choppers just because of the father and son relationship. The bikes were just amazing. If you don't know the show, if you haven't watched it, you might not understand what's going on today, but there is a restaurant opened by Paul Tuetel Sr, Pops himself, right here in St. Pete Clearwater on 49th Street, and highly anticipated. Wanted to get over here sooner, but today is the day. It is finally happening. We're gonna get some food and tour the museum and hopefully see some choppers, some motorcycles that were featured and built on the show. Thought we'd begin across the street, show you Quaker Steak and Lube. Great burger there. We'll check out the burger at the Orange County Roadhouse today. We'll see what's on the menu and we'll just have fun. We're gonna see some motorcycles. So if you don't like motorcycles, I hope you still enjoy the tour. And if you do, you're in for a treat. I am Tampa J, and there's always much ahead, my friend. That's how we do it here. Let's get over there. And the sign for the OCC Roadhouse and Museum, pretty magnificent. There, the address 10575 49th Street. It's really cool to see that logo as we saw on American Chopper. This is so cool. So technically they're claiming it as St. Petersburg, but again, we're more closer to Clearwater. Bike night every Thursday, lunch specials today, looking to cash in on that. Also, I saw something that it's Florida's largest cornhole tournament presented here. Oh, it looks like they also have music. It's a music venue. Oh, and truck night on Wednesdays. And wait for it, there's the sign there just to show you. There's a giant Harley Davidson water tower before Barracuda Harley, and also right below the gigantic flag. Oh glory. Okay, here you go. Here's the actual roadhouse. It is a lot bigger than I imagined. OCC Roadhouse. Eat, drink, shop, and live music. We've got about 10 minutes until 11, and I believe we can walk right inside and take a look around. We'll see as it goes. On the corner here, there's actually a chopper, and also you can see how close we are to Barracuda Harley. Just right there. They almost share the same property. Look at that. Oh my gosh. OCC right there on that V-twin engine. That's amazing. I wonder if this one was built. Had to be, right? Had to be built in the OCC shop. Yeah, look at that. Orange County Choppers. This was probably built in an episode we watched on American Chopper. This is pretty sick. I've never seen one this close in person. So the entrance to Orange County Choppers Roadhouse and Museum is right here on the south side, facing the Barracuda Harley. And quite a complex here with Barracuda and the OCC Roadhouse. This is the giant overhang, the awning. This is the outdoor seating area for the restaurant. I'll get there in a second, I'll show you, it's in the shadows, but just to show you, there's some training going out here. A motorcycle driving course, a road school. Right now, I think this is more so Harley Davidson than it is OCC though. A very large area. It makes sense why they have concerts here. Down there along the wall is the stage, and also there are several tables set up, TV screens, and it looks like a few bars. This is the back side of the museum and Roadhouse. All right, here we go into OCC Roadhouse. I believe right inside this door, we're gonna see something awesome. Okay, I'm already recognizing choppers I have seen on the show. Look at this. I'm gonna step back to show you what's going on. Giant store. Right when you come inside the door here, a little roadway here leads you into the Roadhouse. Over here is the restaurant. Got bikes. Has kind of a partition there. This is so cool. All right, let's explore. Check out some of this merchandise, and then we'll head in. Orange County Choppers Roadhouse and Museum t-shirt all along the walls. Some sick shirts, Orange County shirts. And here's one for the jet bike that's right behind us. All right, I'm gonna sweep down the side here, show you these bikes. And we've been warned by Senior, don't touch the effing bikes. It's crazy because I can remember these bikes being built on American Chopper. Most of them, specifically this one, just because the awesome fuel tank. That is nuts. It's so cool to see in the real. I wish I could touch it, but all day Senior, I won't touch it. OCC-C. Look at that thing. Look at the belt on that. National Fallen Heroes Memorial bike. Now check this out. I'll pan out. Just want to show you there's an AR-15 mounted right there. Also, check out the bullets. I'm gonna back away. As you see it, very deserty. It's pretty sick. All right, notice the plate on the frame here. This is the NASA bike, NASA Discovery. Space shuttle. I do remember this one as well, being built. That's pretty nasty looking. Look at those handlebars up there. I like how they're straight. Got a little bend to them. Holy cow, this is so cool to see in person. And a portrait of this bike right here, check it out. This thing is probably my favorite one sitting here just because of all the detail. Look at this. This is pretty. It's a space bike. That is so cool. Look at those 6 spokes. Wow. So you see them put all of the effort and their passion and their heart into these bikes on the screen, but once you see them in the real, it's like, oh yeah, look at all that work and awesomeness. And you ladies, check it out. I found the ladies section. Another wall full of t-shirts. They also have some cool bags over here and purses. I like the colors. OCC Roadhouse. And quite a few items displayed up front here. You've got stickers and magnets and lighters, poker chips. Also behind the glass, you've got jewelry. Oh, check it out, all kinds of sketches up here. Almost missed this above the motorcycles. All the sketch and design work up here in the transitioning. Also some photographs of the bikes built. This is a very gnarly store right up front here, but I think it's time to move on and head into the actual Roadhouse. It's like they're not busy, they just opened up. And here we are, the Roadhouse. I was asked by the hostess if I was ready to be sat. I said, actually, do you mind if I look around a little more? And she said, absolutely, go ahead, just let me know when you're ready. And as you can see, there is so much to see right here. More bikes down the wall here, some pretty awesome ones. Artwork on the wall, very Americana, of course. Look at this reverse trike right to the right as you walk in from the shop. I don't know if I remember this one. I do remember them building several trikes on this show. This one is pretty sick. Look at that thing. Holy cow. OCC right on the front. That's amazing. And again, these bikes from the front side. You can see a little more detail from the front side of each of these. And below, display cases, collectibles from the OCC shop itself. Oh wow, there's a spider bike down there. That's one of my favorites. Who remembers the spider bike? Got Paul Sr. action figure still in the card stock right there. American Chopper, the series. A lot of collectibles, bobbleheads, motorcycles, you name it. Oh, look in there. It's a Mikey doll. That's so cool. I would love to have a Mikey. And who loved Mikey like I did? He was such a positive reinforcement on that show. Always loved when Mikey popped in. And there's 10 cases all the way down, all filled with Orange County collectibles, Orange County choppers. They even got some old hot sauce in there. Wouldn't want to try that though, that looks a few years old. And the Christmas bike, look at this. On Santa's sled even. It's got antlers. Whoa. Love the tank, check this out. Got Santa Claus right there on the fuel tank. Antlers for the handlebars. Got a little Christmas tree for the filter. Got Christmas decorations, Santa's sled, and also a little rack here. Don't touch the effing bikes, remember that. And look at the exhaust on that. This thing's pretty sick. And the Prisoner of War missing in action bike, which I'm pretty sure was on this show. I know the next one is, wait till you get there. This one's pretty sick. The fuel tank for the POW MIA bike. And the seat. This one's been ridden. Seat's kind of torn there, the leather seat. What a sick bike. I think I specifically remember Paul making this piece on the show. He like had a hard time making it or something. Wow, that's sick. Never forget FDNY. I remember this episode. Actually, it's not hard to forget. Such an amazing bike. The FDNY bike. Look at that, sitting right before us, right here in Clearwater. Such a beauty. Holy cow. Quite a few things going on in this display. Let's focus on the bike first, and then I'll show you what's going on, just so you can see the detail. This thing is so cool to see in person. Let's check out the VIN here. Built in 2003. Yep, that would have been on the show. Wow, so beautiful. Look at that. I remember the fire hydrant there, specifically. Yeah, look at that. The diamond plate just below the fuel tank. And I believe pieces on here came from either the fire engine or perhaps Ground Zero 911, if memory serves me correct. Please forgive me if I'm wrong. But something like that. There are actually pieces from the New York Fire Department entwined with the creation of this bike. And just check it out, right above the bike, all of the patches donated from fire departments all the way around America. And in the middle, never forget FDNY. You got several fire helmets donated from local fire departments around Florida sitting here. I see some Oldsmar Fire Department, some Largo Fire Department. This is pretty sick. I like this. I like that they did this. The bike's sitting right there, the main feature. Just to step back to show you what's going on here. And they've got a cutter there donated by Largo Fire Department, aka Jaws of Life. That was pretty nice of them. These things are pretty heavy. I used to hand these out when I worked for the fire department a few years back. It was my job to get these types of equipment, extrication equipment, serviced. And a little closer so you can just see a portion of the wall fading down here on the back side of the bike. Again, all the fire equipment, nozzles, air packs, air tanks. Oh, there you go. There's the spreaders, or perhaps another set of cutters. It looks like they broke off. And we have only just begun. Check this out. A few more bikes and then some. And this sits right to the far wall, the main wall, the front wall of OCC Roadhouse. As a fan of the American Chopper show and of Orange County Choppers, I am blown away that this is sitting right here in my backyard. These bikes I've seen them be created. I've seen them become a thing. So it's really cool to finally see these in the person. I plan to go to Orange County Choppers in New York someday. It's quite a hike up there. But wow, right here in our own backyard in Tampa Bay. It's pretty fascinating. Okay, so moving along just to show you what's going on so you can get a sense of the atmosphere. I do also remember this bike, and I love the colors. Wow, green and black, two of my favorite colors together. It kind of reminds me of Monster Energy drink a little bit. I can't remember specifically what this bike or who it was built for, but pretty sick. I love it. So on the wall here, a schematic of the Black Widow, which I was calling the spider bike earlier. It's the Black Widow, and there is Paul Jr., one of his favorites. 2003 V-twin, April 2003 is when this famous spider bike was built. Looks a lot like this one. I believe this one came after. Check it out, the screen above the bike. There it is right there with Paul Sr. They're talking about it. That's pretty sick. Also, a photograph or a painting, a portrait of Paul right there next to the train bike. I remember that. That was a sick build. There's some random fuel tanks up there from the New York Giants bike. Look at that fuel tank right there. Also, just a ton of stuff. 9/11 portrait with the Tuttles there below. Someone painted that just to show you, just so you can see it, letting the camera roll. Oh, I like the Easy Rider poster. And the David Man bike. Look at this. This is just a good old-fashioned traditional chopper. Oh, and I love the colors. This bike, I believe, also built on the show. So we've went all the way down the road here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bikes sitting here on the west wall. And there you go, a look at everything up here, memorabilia. Also, shout outs to the dogs. Look, Marty, Gus, Paul's dogs. Oh, this is so sweet, look. If I had my own museum, I definitely would feature Bella in it, for sure, and all the animals that I once had. Looks like all the animals that the Tuttle family have or have had. Some have passed on, unfortunately, but they're all featured here in the corner. That's pretty sick. Also, look at that. There's Senior and his 2 dogs, Gus and Marty. Oh, rest in peace. It looks like Gus Tuttle passed away in 2010. And it was a great show for many reasons, but because the dogs were a part of the show too. That was always cool. And I almost missed this. Right here in the corner, a wood carving, a statue of Gus, Mr. Gus. And take a look at this. A sign behind it says, "Where it all began." I believe this is the first, one of the first very bikes that Paul Sr. built right there for Orange County Choppers. That's amazing that it's sitting down here in Florida. Very cool, very honored to see it. So thanks Senior, thanks Paul. Appreciate you opening this for everyone to come see and come check him out. And this whole back wall, family photographs, the Tuttle family. That's pretty neat. The whole wall here below the original OCC bike. 2 Paul Sr. and Paul Jr. and Mikey signed by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Look at that bass drum head. Love Joan Jett. That's amazing. All right, I'm gonna go outside in just a second. Let's check that out, and then I'll come back in and get a table and eat some lunch. But I always like to do this, just let the camera roll a little bit so you can take it all in, put things into perspective, catch the vibe, ride the wave. I'm gonna go all the way down the wall here. It's pretty awesome, guys. I like this. I will be back. I haven't even tried the food yet, but I just like being here. I feel like I'm a part of the show now. Moving all the way down. There's Gus again in the corner. Look back at all the bikes. Yeah, pretty awesome. Okay, let's head outside. Let's see what's out back. Okay, I've stepped out back. Check this out. They've got billiards. They got pool tables. Also, I see some foosball over there in the shadows and some skee ball. Outdoor bar area. Check out all of the stools and chairs. They're motorcycle seats. And check this out. They even have a double motorcycle seat there. You can sit right there at the bar, just like you're on a chopper. They've got the OCC sword there on the back. And it looks like they do have a private room. You can close the barn door here, have an event if you wanted to. Oh, there's another bike in here. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I remember this one. This one was definitely on the show for the movie Aragon. Who remembers Aragon? I specifically remember them building this bike and it being Aragon. You can kind of see the dragon imprint on the fuel tank. Bill freaking Murray. Thank you, Daddy. Signed by Bill Murray, and there he is with Paul Sr. sitting on one of the bikes. And it seems like the hallway all the way to the restroom, just photographs of Sr. and several celebrities and NASCAR drivers. Paul Sr. We've got Paul and Will Smith, Paul and Muhammad Ali, Paul and Shaq with the Miami Heat bike they built. Also Russell Crowe and Paul Sr. I think I remember that. Yeah, that was in Australia, season 4 in 2007. Oh yeah, that was so good. Chubby Checker and Paul. Man, this guy's met so many people. I think he's just met anyone, name someone. Paul Sr. has probably met. And there you go, Jesse James and Paul. West Coast Chopper meets Orange County Chopper. Oh, look at that, a portrait of Mikey. That's a good painting, I like it. Okay, I don't normally film restrooms, but you can see why I'm making an exception. Look where you wash your hands, guys. That's cool. All right, I've walked around, I've seen most of the Roadhouse. Now it's time to get some grub. It's burger time. I'm gonna check in over here at the hostess. Probably sit down somewhere out here. All right, it looks like kids eat free every Monday and Tuesday. Join our loyalty program today. Ask the server now. This is at the hostess booth. There's the lunch specials. Okay, we've got V-twin salad. We've got pizza. And of course, we got burgers. Check this out. I survived the Ghost Rider Challenge. Oh my gosh, that looks ferocious. I don't know if I'll do that. And I have been sat. Check these out. These are so cool. Motorcycle seats. And I like the look. Very rustic. Looks like a bike shop. And fair warning, if you take a screenshot, it'll last longer. Here's the menu. I'm gonna go down the list here. There's several menus. This is the food menu. Then we've got the drink menu and the lunch specials menu. And on the back side over here on the main menu, burgers and grippers. And I think I'm just gonna go with the featured Roadhouse burger. 5-ounce burger, smoked brisket, pickled onion relish, shaved lettuce, and tomato. And they do have adult beverage happy hour here. There you go, Monday through Wednesday, 4 p.m. to close, Thursday, 4 to 7. And they're having bands and live entertainment almost every night. Actually, I think every night they have a party out here. And I got a half and half iced tea. That's my go-to. Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Blue on Black. Playing in the background. I haven't heard that song in a while. And a look at the back wall. All those photographs with Paul Sr. and his family. And there you have it. The Roadhouse burger has arrived with the crinkle cut fries. Take the bun off here so you can see the goods. Whoa, look at that sauce. It looks like several layers of brisket on there. Oh my gosh. Roast beef. Wow. Tastes so good. Really good. I got a medium well. Just pinking up. So good. All right, throwing in the towel. Absolutely hated it. No, that was one of the best burgers I've ever had, no lie. And I've got my receipt here. I'm gonna pay up. The damage has been done at the OCC Roadhouse. $24.15. Not too shabby. And I think I'm gonna buy this t-shirt. Orange County Choppers Roadhouse, Clearwater, Florida. Clearwater, Florida, my first Florida home. There they go. In my size. 40 bucks. I'm gonna take it. All right, enjoyed my time and my meal here at the OCC Roadhouse. Strongly recommended if you're staying down here for vacation, just passing through, not too far off of 275, right in the heart of Tampa Bay. Come check them out and tell them Tampa J sent you. All right, everyone, if it was your first time here, do me a favor. Subscribe below and come on back. Sounds good, doesn't it? Also, give the video a thumbs up right down there. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed this lunch endeavor here at OCC Roadhouse and Museum. I enjoyed the food so much. That was a great burger with the brisket on top and the fries. Perfect. I can see why a lot of folks are coming out here every night. It's a big, spacious event center. Again, having a concert almost every night. Always something going on here, so there you go. Make sure you stop in and check them out. Also, I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, again, give it a thumbs up. And please know that no matter who you are, what you're going through, there's always much ahead for you, my friend. Know you're awesome, know you're loved, and no matter who you are, what you're going through, there's always much ahead. Can't express that enough. Thank you, Senior, for having us, and everyone out here at the OCC Roadhouse. I'll see you next time. And came right outside the door here. It looks like they're servicing the Barracuda water tower. Something going on up there. They've got a cherry picker and a gentleman up there checking it out. On this episode of American Chopper, Tampa J, the YouTuber, comes to the Roadhouse Museum of St. Petersburg, Florida to witness an epic time. Thank you so much to the Tuetel family. Thank you, Senior. I'll be back. Don't live too far. All right, everyone. Much ahead. See you next time. Bye-bye.